Welcome to our special program, Thailand Election 2023, Deciding Thailand Future. Today we are counting down to the general election on this Sunday, 14th of May. And that day we'll have full day of special program as well. But tonight we will give you the preview, and we here with Dr. Jet Thonawanit, which will give us analysis of what will be happening, might be happen after the general election. And today happens to be, let's say they said it's a big day for the rally across the country. It's the last day that all political parties will try to pitch their campaign and idea to voters or try to swing someone. So today we have our reporters on the field. We have our reporter at Mueang Thong Thani for Pheu Thai Party, at Thai Japan Bangkok Youth Center for Move Forward Party and Palang Pracharat Party, and we also have our reporter at Queen Sirikit National Convention Center for United Thai Nation Party. So it will be an interesting night. There will be a lot of things coming out at the end of the day. But before we go to that, Dr. Jet, I have to ask you this.
Yes.
We have only like 3-4 days. It's like the last mile before the election.
Including today.
Including today. It's the last mile before the election day. And last night, yesterday evening actually, the army come out and say, I think it's because the media asked him about the coup again and again. So he said the media...
Him means whom?
General Narongpan Chitkaew.
Okay, chief of the army.
Yes.
Okay.
And then he said that the media should delete the word coup out of the media vocabulary, out of the dictionary. And he tried to say that under his watch there will be no coup, but he will be on this position for only another 5 months.
Yes, correct.
Just give us a little short analysis before we go to live report with Nat Bunnak. What do you think about this comment?
Well, I think depending on what General Narongpan meant by a coup, because when we're using the word coup, it actually has a comprehensive meaning. It has a meaning in itself. What does it mean to be a coup, or to stage a coup, or to be under a coup? Okay, but that comprehensive meaning is not a meaning, but it's meanings. Okay, because it depends on who is giving definition to it.
Okay.
For example, a coup to general public might be a situation in which the country has been taken over by a group of armed force, whatever armed force. It can be to the army or it can be to others, okay? And what has been taken over includes the administration, the legislation, as well as the judicial body or power of the country. That means when a coup is staged, the sovereign powers, all the sovereign powers or the sovereignty of that country would be within the hands of those or a person who staged the coup. Okay, this is a complete coup. But in some sense, peacekeeping operation is arguable, whether or not it is a coup of a sort, or
practically it's like a coup.
Yes. Or some of the model in many countries, for example, in some of the African countries, they didn't stage a coup like keeping all the peace within the armies or the military's hand, not even bringing any armed forces around, not even peacekeeping operation, but all the chiefs of the military, army, navy, air force, marine, and all these things, maybe police, to sit on the table and say, okay, if you don't do this, so on and so forth, 1, 2, 3, 4, then there will be consequences.
So that is sort of, it's not sort of, it's peacekeeping operation, but it's also a coup.
Or it can be just a threat or a warning. Is that called a coup? Because even once a threat or a warning like that sort has been made, should the government not behave in a way in which it was warned, then something will be a consequence.
I think it's interesting though, every time Thailand talk about politics and election, the word cool always in the equation. It shouldn't be, but it always. Anyway, before we talk further about anything after this, we're gonna go to Mueang Thong Thani because Nat Bunnak is there live, gonna give us of the atmosphere, what's happening there at the event, the last rally by Pheu Thai Party. Kun Nat.
อนาคตที่จะสร้างและความหมายของการเลือกตั้งที่จะมาถึงนี้
Go ahead, Kun Nat.
And I'm standing right here at Pheu Thai's campaign rally at Impact Arena, Mueang Thong Thani. And this is the final campaign rally for Pheu Thai, as well as many other major parties that are organizing rallies across Bangkok today. And as you can see, thousands of people are here to support the party as well as the prime ministerial candidates as they gather together for one last time before election day this Sunday, May 14th. They will change Thailand by casting their ballots for their favorite parties in hopes that they will see a new government to change Thailand. And as we're reporting right now, Sethha Thavisin, one of the prime ministerial candidates of Pheu Thai Party, is making a speech right now to convince their voters to cast their ballots for them in hopes for the landslide victory that Pheu Thai has been saying all along throughout their campaign rallies. And just moments ago, Paetongtarn Shinawatra, who is also another prime ministerial candidate, just made a speech as she tells her supporters that they should cast their ballots for Pheu Thai Party for them to win in this election, and they hope that they will get a landslide victory from this general election on May 14th. She also convinced her voters that they should exercise their voting rights to cast their ballots for them this Sunday, and she also promised that Pheu Thai Party will implement all the policies proposed during that campaign trail if they become the government, and also promised that they will improve the economy as well as the livelihoods of the people across the country like it did in the past as well. Pheu Thai Party leader Chalana Srikel and another member Nathawut Saikya also took the stage earlier today to convince and explain how the people's power in this election will put an end to the military intervention in Thai politics and how their landslide victory will change Thailand completely, whether it's the economy as well as the people's lives. And if we give you a recap of what happened today, two prime ministerial candidates, Paetongtarn Shinawatra and Sethha Thavisin, made an official entrance at about 6 p.m. today, and they were welcomed by thousands of supporters who were cheering for them to provide support for their prime ministerial candidates. Paetongtarn and Sethha waved at their supporters as they walked onto the stage to mark the beginning of their last campaign rally before the elections this Sunday. And inside this hall, there are supporters of various age groups, from the elderly to young adults, who came to the event to provide support for the party and the prime ministerial candidates. Earlier today, we just had a chance to talk to some of these supporters where they expressed their confidence that Pheu Thai Party will definitely win this election, and the reason why they talked about and the reason why they chose Pheu Thai as their favorite party. And so let's have a listen to what they had to say.
พร้อมที่จะนำประสบการณ์กว่า 30 ปีที่ผมทำในภาคธุรกิจ
เพราะว่าพรรคเพื่อไทยเนี่ยเราเห็นถึงประสบการณ์ของเขาค่ะว่าเขาเคยทำสำเร็จมาหลายโครงการมากแล้วไม่ว่า30 บาทรักษาทุกโรคอะไรอย่างเงี้ยนะคะกองทุนหมู่บ้านอะไรต่างๆที่ในอดีตนะคะคราวนี้เราก็มีความมั่นใจเพราะว่าพี่ศึกษานะดูชื่อปฏิริษีทุกคนดูผู้สมัครทุกคนเห็นเลยว่าพรรคเพื่อไทยเนี่ยล้วนแล้วแต่มีบุคลากรที่มีความรู้ความสามารถมีประสบการณ์แล้วเราก็เชื่อว่าเขาทำได้จริงค่ะเลยตัดสินใจต้องเชียร์พรรคเพื่อไทยแล้วค่ะ
ในแคนดิเดต3 คนนี้ทั้งคุณแพทองธารเศรษฐาแล้วก็คุณชัยเกษมเนี่ยคิดว่าคนไหนมาวินในใจเราคะ
จริงๆเชียร์ทั้ง3 คนนะคะเพราะว่าเราเห็น performance เห็นผลงานของทั้ง3 คนแล้วก็เห็นความเป็น leadership ของทั้ง3 คนอะไรอย่างเงี้ยครับแต่ว่าสำหรับส่วนตัวแล้วก็เชียร์คุณอุ้งอิงครับเพราะว่าแกเป็นคนที่ชัดเจนแล้วก็มีภาวะผู้นำที่สูงมากแล้วก็เป็นคนรุ่นใหม่แล้วก็มีความตั้งใจเด็ดเดี่ยวที่จะเป็นนายกรัฐมนตรีครับ
แล้วมั่นใจแค่ไหนว่าพรรคเพื่อไทยจะชนะการเลือกตั้งในครั้งนี้คะ
คิดว่ามั่นใจ 100% ครับเพราะว่าเรารู้สึกว่าทุกอย่างที่พรรคเพื่อไทย หาเสียงไปเป็นสิ่งที่ทำได้จริงแล้วก็เคารพเสียงของประชาชนจริงๆซึ่งคิดว่าเพื่อไทยน่าจะเป็นแกนนำจัดตั้งรัฐบาลได้จริงๆครับ
And based on the people we've talked to, most of them have chosen Pheu Thai Party because of their policies that focus on improving the livelihoods of the people, especially among the grassroots level. Apart from the supporters we talked to today, I also had a chance to talk to one of the Pheu Thai Party members, Dr. Promin Lersuridit, a strategist of the party's economic team. He felt that Pheu Thai has the chance to win the elections as the party has worked closely with the people and therefore have a good understanding of the struggles that people are currently facing. At the same time, he felt that all three prime ministerial candidates, whether it's Pathongthan, Sethar, or Thakaseng Nittisiri, who's also another prime ministerial candidate, have their own strengths and capabilities in leading the country. However, if Pheu Thai Party becomes the government after the general elections, the challenge in preventing the administration from ending up the same way that it did with the military coup remains a big challenge. But despite the challenge, he thinks that they have been prepared to prevent them, and the people's power will help overcome such problems as well. So let's have a listen to what he had to say. Confident is your party in terms of winning a landslide election?
I think more than 100% that we are very confident on that we will win. And as before, because any time that we have a general election, the best or the top winner should be our party, because we work very close to the people and then they trust, not only because we work for them and they know we have a great MP so that we can understand their suffer or even the solution for the problem, and we position ourselves to be let them better in terms of income generation, and everyone can perceive. The most important than that, we apply the principle of democracy. We empower the people. I think that some of let's say health insurance scheme or village fund, that is the basic that we did before since 2001, and that already imprints in the heart of the people already.
And one final question, let's say if Pheu Thai became the main government after this election, how can we be sure that this administration will not end up the same way like it happened during the Thaksin or the Yingluck administration?
We already we passed the kind of, even we have a great popularity, but we are fighting with the conservative power, deep state, maybe say of that, and they use the violence. It means that they use the military coup happened before, or even use the kind of manipulation to the kind of, let's say, former PM Samak Suntharavet have been fined because of just received 300 baht or something like that. It's really world-class ridiculous. Okay, then I think that we face that kind of challenge. We already make a prevention of all the track before that, and I believe that even the people trust on us, the people of power will be overcome that kind of manipulation.
And what you're seeing right here, this is definitely a very lively atmosphere during the last campaign rally by Pheu Thai Party. And this is actually not over for Pheu Thai yet, because tomorrow Pheu Thai will be deploying the campaign buses across 5 locations in Bangkok to convince the voters to cast their ballots on Sunday, May 14th. Back to you, Tulip.
Thanks, Nat. Okay, we actually said to have some kind of two-way communication with her, but as you can see, it's very, very noisy
very
over
tough,
there.
yeah.
It will be very difficult to
Yes.
have a conversation. So it's almost like another advertorial for them. Every time they give an interview now, they
Yes,
talk
yes, yes.
about how
Of
good
course,
they
of course.
are. And
You see, in an election campaign, you can call it advertisement, okay? You can call it propaganda, or you can call it policy proposal, or whatever, okay? But basically, they bundle all these things
right.
in an intertwined nature that you don't see what is what if you're not close enough to the way in which each party is working their way. or if you're not close enough to election mechanism that has been used throughout this time. Okay, but if you just use at the surface, when you listen to them, all of those who quote the money or quote the figure,
Right.
basically they're using someone's money. And if they are saying that, okay, this has to be given to you through ways of your work,
Right.
that is a productive type, and it can be treated as the policy. For example, the 450 baht or the 600 baht, okay, wage from Pheu Thai and from Move Forward. That's from the pocket of the entrepreneurs or the producers.
True.
Okay, all those companies. But when they say, okay, we will give you free, we will give you that amount. For example, like Pheu Thai, we give you 10,000 baht. No one else's pocket. That means our pocket.
It's a taxpayer.
It's a
money.
taxpayer.
Right.
And see, you don't have that much money from tax. Therefore, there might be a loan. And you are taking loan in order to give to the people. And when the people make payment, who will be receiving this payment in the end?
So it will go to another question, the debt ceiling and borrowing and all that.
That's right, all that. And not only that, you see, everybody gains in the beginning. Then, let's say they use it at the grocery store, they use it at shopping center, supermarket. Who own these conglomerates? In the end, the money, like about 70-80% goes to these people.
True.
Then the rest goes to tax. But you have to pay back 100% because 100% has been paid to the people. So 70-80% will be borne by all the people once again. And 20-30% will be tax that paid, okay, by all these other people. So that will be the problem. Okay. So when you sort of sort out the string, you will find out what is policy and what is populist. Okay.
In this general election, there are only two parties that send in full list of party list candidates,
Yes.
which is Pheu Thai Party and United Thai Nations. We also have Kitipat Chun Sukjit at their rally to give you overview of what's happening there and what's going on and what has to say on the last night of the big rally by Prayut Chan-o-cha.
สวัสดีครับทูลิปอาจารย์เจต Right now I'm in front of the exhibition hall 1 at the Queen Sirikit National Convention Center, the place where incumbent Prime Minister Prayut Chan-o-cha made his first and official debut to join the United Thai Nation Party or Rom Thai Sang Chat Party on January the 9th as the party's first candidate for the next Prime Minister. And once again today, the place is now holding a big campaign rally of the party before the general election on May 14th, this Sunday. Many well-known politicians from this new established party have been here since the afternoon, and tons of supporters flocked into the exhibition hall as soon as the door opened behind me to cheer up their favorite prime ministerial candidate, chanting Lung Tu Su Su or Uncle Tu Fight On. This morning before the campaign rally here at the Queen Sirikit National Convention Center, the party's member went to the State Railway of Thailand to send the petition about people's livelihood along the railways in Bangkok district of Bangkok. Absolutely, the highlight today will be the speech from Prime Minister Prayut Chan-o-cha. But besides the speech from him, another highlight for today's event is to flag the Thai national flag, which means to unite the Thais together. From Palang Pracharat Party to United Thai Nation Party, Prime Minister Prayut is portrayed by his party strategists as the strongest and best choice from conservative camp to counter threats to national security and foil the return to power of corrupt politicians. Previously, he became Prime Minister under the banner of Palang Pracharat in the last general election in 2019, but a falling out with its leader, Prayut, resulted in him breaking away to join the United Thai Nation. Prime Minister Prayut admitted that he decided to break away from Palang Pracharat Party because of conflicts with people aligned with its leader, General Prayut Wongsuwan. last December, when things became clear that Prayut and Pravit were going to break away their political path, Pravit issued 6 open letters offering himself as an alternative to lead the country out of the prolonged political conflict. Without naming names, Pravit's letters appeared to compare himself favorably with Prayut while distancing himself from the former coup leader and junta chief after the military coup in 2014. The remark seemed to be thinly veiled criticism directed at Prayut, who opted not to run as a partyless candidate of the United Thai Nation Party. When asked why, he simply replied he had a personal reason of his decision. Recent poll conducted by the National Institute of Development Administration shows his popularity has climbed to 3rd highest overall, but highest among leaders of the coalition parties. All right, and right now I'm with Kun Ekamapompan, the Secretary General of United Thai Nation Party. So today we can say that this is the last campaigning event of the party before the general election.
Yes.
So why this place?
This is the final rally.
Yep.
But tomorrow we still have another day of campaigning before the election, and we're doing our best and utilizing every last minute possible.
Yep. So today, why this place? Why Queen Sirikit National Convention Center?
Well, it's a good location.
Yep.
Easy access and can house great amount of people, as you can see.
Yep.
There is already, before we open the hall, a lot of people, maybe even more than the number of seats that we have prepared for them.
Yep. So talking about the overall performance of the party right now, what do you say?
Well, we're very confident.
Yep.
I'm more confident each day we campaign, and we're hoping to bank in the best result we can on the election day.
Yep. So why people have to vote for the party?
Well, I think that for the United Thai Nation Party, we have a strong leader, Kun Prayut Chan-o-cha, and we have a proven result, which are the successes of this government. So I think the people making the choice have a guaranteed result of what they can expect from the United Thai Nation Party.
So what makes the party different from the coalition party, from other coalition parties?
I've already said we have a strong leader. And General Prayut is a popular leader. He has a special character. I've said this many times. He is incorruptible and is well accepted among the public.
So Thai PBS Only channel that our audience, one of our audience are foreigners who live in Thailand. So are there any policies that you have for the expat or foreigners who live in Thailand?
Well, I think actually for every party, if you listen to the policies, most of them involve spending money. But for the United Thai Nation Party, we're also looking to bring in more money to increase investment in Thailand, and we're hoping that this will bring in more expat and will appeal to the expat who are looking to invest in this country.
All right, so last word for our audience.
Well, election day is coming up. It's a very important day. It's a day of decision, and this decision will affect the future of Thailand. I'm hoping that all the audience use this decision wisely, come out and vote, and hopefully vote for Rwam Thai Sang Chat or the United Thai Nation Party.
Thank you so much.
Thank you very much.
ขอบคุณมากครับ
ขอบคุณครับ
And now it's time to interview some of the Prayut Chan-o-cha supporters about their opinion on this coming election. สวัสดีครับ
ค่ะ สวัสดีค่ะ
How are you?
Good, I'm fine, thank you. Hi everybody.
So, which part of Thailand you come from?
I'm from Bangkok.
It's Bangkokian, right?
Yes, Bangkok.
Yeah. So, you still vote for Prayut Chan-o-cha, right?
Yes.
What makes you believe in him?
Yeah, because I believe in Prayut Chan-o-cha because since I was born, because I have been in this Well, for a long time, I have been a citizen of Thailand for a long, long time, and I have never met any better Prime Minister than Pol Prayut Chan-o-cha. He has done so much for our country, like in terms of infrastructure and in terms of like green spaces, in terms of like roads and trains and like tourism. He has done a lot for our country, and he is a very good and sincere person because prior to Pol Prayut Chan-o-cha, we had a very corrupted governments, and they use like the money power to influence people, Thai people, through media, and maybe using like maybe influential people to influence people to believe in them. But Pol Prayut Chan-o-cha is a very honest, good person.
So talking about your confidence. How much confidence do you have that Prayut Chan-o-cha will win this election?
I'm 100% confident because I always believe, the good always conquer the evil one. And Pol Prayut Chan-o-cha is a really good person. He's my hero, and I believe that he will win this election because, as I said, the good always conquer the evil ones. Always.
Thank you so much.
You're welcome.
ขอบคุณมากครับ
ขอบคุณค่ะ
On Thursday, during the United Thai Nation Party campaigning event in Nakhon Si Thammarat, Prime Minister Prayut Chan-o-cha said he will quit politics if the United Thai Nation Party fails to secure enough House seats to form a government in this coming election. And today, Prayut insists he is confident that the United Thai Nation Party will win the election, and that is the reason he joined this party. 8 years as a Thailand Prime Minister, and we can say that this is the new chapter and the new challenge of General Prayut Chan-o-cha. Can he continue his prime ministerial career for another 4 years? Let's see together on this Sunday election. Back to Tulip and Ajahn Jet ครับ
Okay, thanks, Kiripat. Well,
you.
to that question, whether he can continue for another 4 years, he cannot. He can do only another 2 years, right?
You see, when General Prayut's supporter was telling us that the goods will always conquer the evil.
It also depends on who you ask,
or the
right?
evil will always be conquered by the good. I'm thinking about we, the people. What bad did we do? Are we evils? Therefore, we are always conquered or triumphant by the politicians. Whoever comes up. Or we're always either being trumped by the military.
What did we do wrong?
Or the politicians,
then?
what did we do wrong? The question that came up to my mind after listening to her was that, what did we do wrong? Why we're always at lost?
Right.
Because if she was right, that the evil will always be conquered, we will always conquer.
Talking about being lost though, in this election, when you ask a lot of people right now, 2-3 days before the election day, there's a lot of people that still say undecided.
Yeah.
And there's a good chance that a lot of them would just say no vote in that ballot.
Yes. See, I talked to people who did the polling. They said pretty much when they called or when they were talking to these people, they found that about 20 to up to 30% are still indecisive. They're still thinking. But there are pretty much like 3 types of those indecisive people. Firstly, among the liberal, they are still deciding whether
because they have the same
vote
base.
That's right. Whether Pheu Thai or move forward, they're still thinking. And the other side, on the conservative, they are also still thinking. On the conservative side, they think that it's harder for them, because on the liberal side, basically the majority, or about 80-90%, will be choosing between General Prayut or the Pheu Thai, or move forward. On this side, General Prayut, General Pravit, Kun Anutin, Kun Jurin, like a whole bunch of people.
So you put Anutin on. Anutin said he's in the middle. So you already put him on that spectrum.
Well, they are the former, they are the former, and
government
coalition. I think he looks more conservative,
right?
Especially the way in which he was delivering all his campaign and all his policy. but he could be in the middle, whatever. But you're also switching, okay? And the other way of looking at the switching is that you have a group of those who were the former opposition and those who were the former coalition. So Kun Anutin cannot deny that he was the former coalition, okay, with the government. Then there will be switching, okay? These about 20-30%, they are also having this indecisive thought whether they should change from the liberal to the conservative or the conservative to the liberal. Therefore, about 20-30%. And yes, many people said, okay, in the end. And I've been asked by many counts, okay, many people ask me, so Ajahn, can you tell us, we listened to some of the media that you were giving interview. You said that vote no, that means not voting for anyone, does count and can be significant in a way in which if more of the people, more of the voters vote no.
But legally it cannot do anything, right? But it can show that a lot of people are not happy with the options they have.
This legally, constitutionally, that I told to people, it will be count towards all the other candidates. Let's say, for example, the vote no is 10,000.
Right.
The highest number of the candidate is 9,000, 8,000, 7,000. All of these people would be wiped out. And the parties will have to send in new candidates. So the people who asked me, they said, okay, fine, vote no.
But then I said this to some of my friends, another question is, but people that still stand to be your options are still the same faces.
Yeah, that's why, see, that's why vote no is very powerful, okay? Because if you vote for no one, I had a very dream, like very high soul, very high dream that people were saying, like it's just like I'm singing the song Imagine, okay? Imagine all the people,
okay? Who vote no?
The majority of people will vote. And not only the majority, like the majority have, okay? The majority of all the people that will win, okay, drastically, that 400 districts, all the candidates in the 400 districts will be wiped out. The 100 in every party list will be wiped out. About 7,000, 8,000, or 10,000 people will all be wiped out. And look at all the names of the people who will be ousted by the people.
Right.
Okay, and if this actually happened, the candidates, the next candidates, if you think that this country is still using money, normally when a candidate has 10 million, how much do you think this person use for election?
Ooh.
Will this person use 10 million?
Oh, probably.
Or 8 million?
10 million?
No, the reality is the person used 12 million or 15 million. Because 10 million is not enough. That means this person is in debt of 2 million or 5 million, right?
Right.
In the first round. And so when the people wipe this person out, including all the other that use the same sort of money, how much will these people have to pay again if they still do the same thing? Okay. So when you are thinking of, well, we're losing 3 billion, 4 billion, think about if each person in this candidacy used 10 million.
But then the one that would do a lot of campaigning will be the one with deep pockets.
Yeah, but fine, you are wiping them out. And you owe nothing to no one. When people were saying that, well, we're in deep debt because they make a payment to us, they gave us money, so we have to repay by voting for them, not voting for other. You didn't vote for other. You vote for no one. So you're not in debt to anyone, and you don't have to pay back to anyone because you are voting for the country. Voting in order to teach these people that you can't just submit to us the candidates who are crazy.
When you said the word wipe out, it made me think of the movie Endgame.
Yeah, it's something like that. And you see, the strength of this sort of vote, okay, it's very strategic. If you look around this country, okay, when there was the local vote, many of the locality did this.
Right.
That they didn't like the candidates, so they vote no. And they got rid of the candidates. And the candidates had to be submitted, okay, has to be proposed once again.
I think we have to make people more aware that voting no actually produces
That's right.
some results.
This is a highly strategic vote, and it has to be ultimately collective. You see, in the end, you can't just you, me, and anybody, but we have to be able to bundle all our votes together.
But it's not possible to campaign for voting no, right?
It's possible. See, it's impossible. It's not possible and it's illegal to no vote, not go into the ballot.
Right.
But vote no. There's nothing under the law
it's
that
legal.
is yeah,
Okay.
it's legal and it's legitimate and it's lawful. You can do that.
Okay.
I did it all around, and I've been doing this, and I'm going to do this until the day that the election
until
comes.
Sunday.
Yeah, until
okay.
Sunday.
With that, we're gonna go to Move Forward rally.
Okay.
Tonight they are Thai Japan Bangkok Youth Center with Atikan Kunsaknan will be reporting from there.
Hi, it's here. Thai PBS War on Thailand's 2023 general election. Today is one of the most important days as it is the final campaigning speech for all the political parties to throw their last punch, leave their last word, and leave the fate of Thailand for voters to decide on this Sunday. And today we're here at Bangkok Youth Center, Thai Japan, and it is a place where both the Move Forward Party and Palang Pracharat Party will be holding their final campaigning speech here. And as you can see here today, we are at the Move Forward Party stage, which they have been campaigning for a week now throughout all of the Thailand's region. And now that it's the final day today, they're here in Bangkok. As they say, Move Forward Party is the ultimate answer for Thailand. And all the 5 caravans in Thailand from all 5 regions, all road leads to the parliament. And now let's hear what they have to say today. In the 2019 election, the then Move Forward team was called Future Forward Party and won over a total of 80 seats in the parliament, with 30 constituency and 50 party list members. They were the third party to get the most votes, only second to Palang Pracharat and Pheu Thai Party. This year's election, the Move Forward Party have been campaigning for their progressive policies, and according to many polls, they have been receiving popularity. It is interesting to see how this relatively new party will play out in Thailand's politics.
Okay, so that's the report from the Move Forward Party. There is actually the video we got is from when they just started, at the beginning when they opened the gates. So you don't see as much people as when it was happening.
Yes. Thank you for saying that. I was about to say because we were discussing this because I raised this just to tell the audience that in the beginning of the tape, okay, I was asking Kuntilu that is this like the numbers that they have?
No,
why is very
the supporter wouldn't be happy
okay.
if we just say, oh, this is what it is, but it's not. It's actually more. I would say that tonight is a night where every party like have the biggest rally of the year. And they can right now Thanathorn is on the stage.
Okay.
Like
can we hear him or no?
Can we hear him a little bit?
The audience want to hear.
เหลี่ยคนละ 200,000 บาท
Okay.
คนงานกลุ่มนี้เป็นคนงานที่มีทักษะเฉพาะทางนั่นก็คือตัดเย็บชุดชั้นในอายุ 40-50 ปีเปลี่ยนทักษะเปลี่ยนอาชีพไม่ทันแล้วถูกเลิกจ้างโดยไม่มีอะไรรองรับการได้เงินคนละเฉลี่ย 200,000 บาทไปทำให้พวกเขาและเธอตั้งต้นชีวิตใหม่ได้นี่คือความสำคัญและคนที่ขับเคลื่อนเรื่องนี้เป็นเจ้าของแคมเปญนี้ไม่ใช่ใครที่ไหนคือพันนิกาวานิชครับ
I think he has been, compared to last election, the way he talked, the way he posed himself, he has been so much more like a politician, more charming than even last election.
It's like Ajahn Preedy, okay, Ajahn Preedy once, said when he was in power, he didn't have the experience. When he gained more experience, he didn't have the power.
Right.
So this is what you're talking about, Kun Thanathorn, that he's smoother, he's more polite,
he's more familiar with the whole
thing. He maneuvered what he wanted to get across to his supporters more in a reasonable sense, less dramatic, okay, less feeling, more of a touch upon what the people is really looking rationally, okay. But now he's not in power. He will not be in power for quite some time. Okay, he himself. It will be Kun Pitha
Right.
to be the prime minister, but it's not Kun Thanathorn. During the time that he was the candidate, he could have been prime minister. He could have done better. That time it can be said that he's in power, but he didn't have the experience. See, this is why people were saying that at a certain level of lifespan, people will gain both the power as well as the experience. Yes, you might be calling for young people. Many countries might be asking for young people, but it has been seen around the world that very few of those young people who were performing well. Because, yes, of course, they might be smart. Yes, of course, they might gain power because they're the leader. But the experience, somehow an experience cannot be given. It
Right.
has to be accumulated. An accumulation of experience does not take only 1 or 2 days, 3, 4 days. You can gain power. For example, like Kun Yingluck in this country, like Trump in the United States. Within about several months, okay, they gain the power. That's
Right.
fine. You can do that. But no way that you have several months to gain
The
high
experience,
and
right.
extreme experience. No way. It's just like, see, one day you can be a billionaire, but no way one day you can become a philosopher.
No,
you
let's-
can't be smart within one day.
But let's talk about Pitha though,
Yeah.
in that case. Do you think what side he's on, what side he's on now? Is that he has enough experience to actually lead the country? I mean, people look at him as a next generation, and I would say in this general election, the average age of the candidates actually lower than the previous one, right?
Yes, yes,
it's like
yes,
40
yeah.
something.
That's right, that's right,
It's
that's
actually sound pretty good, but and he have this clown of ITV chair over his head now. So, but in every poll, he looks really
yeah.
good.
Yes. I think this is because people look at modernity. Okay, people see that in him, and maybe people see obsolete, okay, or see the old age in people like General Prayut, General Pravit. But let's say at Kun Pitha's age, 40 is not too young, 40 is not too old. 40 did not yet have enough experience, but might be more, okay, to be gained in a wake of becoming an opposition again or in becoming part of the coalition, okay. But if you say Kun Pitha at this point is suitable to be prime minister, not yet. Okay. Many young people who were able to do it at a very young age, if you look onto them, you will see that they're like extremely intelligent. The way in which they talk, the calmness that they have. Okay.
Yeah, we see young leader all around the world
Yeah,
now.
we see young leader around the world, but not many of them will have that. Okay, you see people like Macron sometimes just do things that is not really calm enough.
Not
okay?
traditional.
Not traditional, not conventional. The tranquility in his mind will not be shown. But people who are older, okay, even people who are crazy, okay, or a person, let's say a crazy figure, the Americans say he's crazy, like Trump. He had something through his experience.
Right.
When he wanted to be calm, he's very calm. He was like, and he didn't even care, okay,
Right.
about what happened. People like Bush, you see, the George Bush, the son, when a person threw a part of the shoe to him, he was just like, oh my God, I was not fast enough to see the size. Things like that, okay? These people have gained high experience. It might not be the age, but as I said, time sometimes gives you experience.
Right.
Okay, so maybe, let's say, put it very bluntly, people like General Prayut, people like General Pravit might be too old, okay, in this sort of experiencing, because they might be out of the time to gain more. Because, see, looking at the glass, the water filling up the glass that they have is too much. Okay, people like Kun Pitha might be too little. Talking about age, people like about Kun Anutin, not that I'm cheering on Kun Anutin, okay, It's
Are you
pretty much
are you saying that, like, looking statistically or on the data itself, he look like he's a perfect
I mean, his age.
candidate? His age is a perfect.
I'm talking about his age. It's pretty much a perfect age, like about 50 something. Okay.
But actually, after, I mean, we talked to a lot of political analysts. Phum Chai Thai might be the party to actually decide who will be the government or the prime minister, right? Even though it's not the biggest party, but they have very strong base and they try to work really hard in Bangkok, in the south, and every other area. And I think it's looking pretty good in this election too.
See, many people say that the big mid-sized party will be the deciding factor. Because let's say if Phum Chai Thai strikes about 100, okay, being with anyone with a 100
will make that party become the government.
That's right, that's right. Let's say if, for example, Pheu Thai and Move Forward, combining their votes, they get about 230. On the other side, about, let's say 170. Phum Chai Thai 100. If Phum Chai Thai moves to be with 170, then that means 270. If Phum Chai Thai moves to be with this Pheu Thai and Move Forward, that's 300 something, right? So
looking
100.
very pretty right now.
And if they have a chunk of 100, they can say, you guys, you have like what, 230? You're not going to get anywhere. These people, 170, you're even lower. But if I'm with you, 270, you're the majority. If I'm with you, you're 330, you're more than the majority. If we can woo some of those people with us, if you have more than 375, maybe you win over the Senate too.
Because I would say landslide, I don't think it's possible for anyone.
At this point, no.
So they just have to kiss with some other party.
Yeah.
Anyway, we have another, we have a reporter, actually Kun Atikan is also at the rally at Palang Pracharat Party. So she'll be giving us an overview and what's happening there.
We're here at Palang Pracharat Party stage, and the final campaigning speech has just ended with the final message to step out of crisis. And they say the first step is to listen to different opinions. And this campaigning was led by Prawit Wongsuwan, the leader of the party and the prime minister candidates, and also with the strategic team and also with Sakonti, who is also one of the strategic teams as well. Oh, how's the party performance so far?
So we try our best, and we hope the outcome on Sunday will in our side.
Okay, so how many seats would you expect this time since Palang Pracharat and United Thai Party part ways?
Okay. You mean in Bangkok?
Both in Bangkok and in Thailand.
Okay, in Bangkok, actually I want all, but in reality, I think it's around 5 to 10. And from nationwide, I think it's around 50, 60. Yeah.
Is there any possibility to do a coalition government with United Thai Party?
Oh, for sure.
For sure. And what about Pheu Thai?
Pheu Thai, I think we have to see about the condition first. If they use the policy about 10,000 e-wallet, I think we cannot accept that.
Okay. What would be the last word you would say to voters today before the actual election?
Okay, for undecided, I think our party have the policy and the expert, the economics expert, a lot. So I think it's very good and benefit for the country after the election. So 37, every province and every constituency.
So one last question, what would you expect to see in this upcoming general election as a Thai citizen and also as the candidates?
So I want all Thai citizens to come out and vote for the country. Okay, thank you so much.
Thank you so much. Thank you. In 2019, the party paved way for Prayut Chan-o-cha to ascend the prime minister seat. Now he's the leader and prime minister candidate of the United Thai Nation Party. Then they won 115 seats in total and formed a government. This time, it is interesting to see whether they can maintain the momentum and the votes amid Thailand's current changing political climate.
Okay, it will be very interesting to see how well the public receive Prawit Wongsuwan as the Prime Minister candidate.
See, what is interesting is when Kun Sokonti was giving an interview, he said, vote for the country.
Right.
See, what does that mean? I think this has a deep meaning in itself if we think through. If we're not thinking just about Kun Sokonti, or we're not thinking just about whichever party that we've heard, okay? This connotation is that, see, if we're really voting for the country, what will really happen and what do we have to do? I think it does not only count just for us walking to the ballot, but also afterwards. You see, if we are calling upon each other to vote for the country, no matter who you vote for, no matter which party I vote for, in the end, when they form a coalition, that coalition must be a coalition that will be sustainable to an extent that they will not be ousted, to an extent to which they will be able to work all their policies together, which will not hurt the country, which will not use the money too much, and to do away with what Kunad was saying earlier, which I think I like that word, because we were discussing about the word coup, right? Kunad was using the word military intervention. Perhaps it's not a coup,
right.
but intervention. Okay, to also do away with that, to also stop that.
Well, at least we'll be free of it for 5 months, according to the
hopefully
commander.
But what will happen? What will happen after that? And also, if a coup, by definition, to General Narongpan, he meant for a complete or an absolute coup, taking over everything, not peacekeeping operation, not setting a table to say, hey, you don't do this, you will bear a consequence, things like that. Okay, like I said, when Kunad was saying military intervention, it could be anything that you intervene with the administration or with the legislative body of the country, okay, or maybe judicial as well. Okay, let's say when vote for the country is possible, that means afterward, if it happens that there must be some crossing over, like what people were saying that Pheu Thai, okay, together with Palang Pracharat, together with Phum Chai Thai, and perhaps at this point, if there is something that is too extreme, all the extremists will be pushed away. As many people were saying that, okay, Democrat might be too extreme because they cannot be with Pheu Thai, okay, or maybe to be with Phum Chai Thai to some extent, they cannot put in the policy together, okay, and move forward might be too extreme in a sense that they want to, whether I don't know, we don't know, okay, revise or abolish Section 112. Do they want to do away with the monarchy or they just want to reform? No one really knows because
different people in the party give different answers.
Correct. And somehow many of the campaigners, when they walk around the country, talk to people, especially in the markets, on the sidewalk, things like that, they talk as if they want to abolish the monarchy. But on the stage, they say, no, just reform, not even reform. Now we only want to revise Section 112. But down the road, they say, why do we need 112? So it's confusing. When it's confusing, people might be treating you as extremists. So when people are treating you as extremists, you will be pushed away. Then lastly, military intervention, up to, of course, complete coup that General Prayut staged. And General Prayut said very clear, this guy did it, I didn't.
And he said that there won't be any coup if people like totally agree or live in unity, which is impossible. This is democratic country.
So he's another extremist.
Right.
So if we push these people, many said that this will be a dream opposition, dream team opposition, Democrat, Rwam Thai Sang Chat, okay, what do you call it? United Thai or something, what do you call it in English?
Oh, Thai United Nation.
Something like that, yeah.
Thai.
And lastly, okay, move forward. This will be your dream team opposition. And then put the other. Why would the other put together be not really a right answer for the country, maybe not appropriate, but most likely to be able to lead the country out of conflict. Just as General Pravit was saying, get over the conflict. You have Pheu Thai, which is the liberal.
Right.
You have Pheu Thai that...
But I have to say though, liberal sense in Thailand, it's not the same as the rest of the world when you say liberal.
Yeah. Perhaps.
Well,
perhaps.
Conservative, yes, it's the same sense.
Yes.
But liberal in Thailand, not really liberal.
Yeah, that's right. Perhaps. But let's say, in a universal sense.
Right.
Okay, you have Pheu Thai, which is liberal, or it can be said as conservative liberal or liberal conservative, whatever. Okay, but they have some sort of liberal sense. Okay, you have also the conservative. Okay, and you have people who might be saying that we're not liberal, we're not conservative, we're both. We can be with the modern people, we can be with the old age people. Okay, we are pretty much at a bridging, okay, of the two.
Right.
Like Phum Chai Thai. If you put Phum Chai Thai together with Pheu Thai, and you have people like General Pravit, okay, who represent the old, who represent the cool, okay, who represent people who want to be having some sort of military within. You have everything.
Right.
Okay. So many people say that this mixing as a coalition might be an answer. Okay, as I said, might not be the best, might not be most appropriate, most suitable, but maybe
the best for the country.
The best for the country right now. Okay, perhaps within this 2, 3, 4 years. Okay, especially they will have to be pulling each other out of the populist policies somehow. For example, General Pravit might have to say, hey, you know what, Pheu Thai, I don't think this 10,000 will work.
Right.
Because it will be using the money too much. And think about it.
But if they're really a government, you think they'll be really be able to do it?
I think they will try, but it will not be easy. It will not be easy. That's why I was saying that, let's say General Pravit is pulling these people out, because he said, you see, during the time of COVID, we spent a lot of money.
Right.
Before that, the government that I was working with, the Prayut government, got a whole bunch of loan, okay, 1.5 million, okay, that's like...
The debt ceiling.
Yeah, that's right, the debt ceiling is very high, okay. Though the percentage of the debt that we can cost, okay, we can touch 70%. Now we are about 62, 63%. But it will not be good to go all the way up to 70. We should be about 58, not more than 60 around there. So, see, when General Pravit is pulling them out, then Pheu Thai might be pulling Phum Chai Thai out of their policy. You see, your grass policy, okay, you want marijuana to be definitely out of narcotic list, but we told all our supporters that it has to be still a narcotic substance. So pulling they don't gain everything. In the end, who will be the prime minister? I think this will be the pinpoint. And this will be the ultimate agreement of all of these parties together. Because if, let's say, Pheu Thai gain the highest vote, but they will have to talk Pheu Thai out of not
giving out 10,000.
Not giving out 10,000, will they be able to also say, hey, Pravit become the prime minister, Anutin become the prime minister, or, okay, Setha. And if Setha is prime minister, will Thaksin be satisfied with that? Because he might want his daughter to be the prime minister.
Anyway, if you haven't decided, you have another more than 24 hours. More than 24 hours to decide. You can vote any party you want, and you can also vote no. All of it will result in something different at the end of Sunday. And we'll come back to see you on Sunday. We'll be live at noon. We'll be live at 5 p.m. and also at 8 p.m. to give you the update, the latest what's going on, analysis and whatnot on the election day. And we have to sign off now. Thank you for watching. สวัสดีค่ะ